we should be live. I'm going to start a little bit earlier than I normally do. So, let me go ahead and just share the link to the stream. Okay, I don't understand why they didn't send out the notification. That's kind of stupid. I tried adding this Notify Me bot to my Discord server, but for some reason it's not sending it out to people. Not sure why, but... whatever. I'll just figure it out whenever it, well, I guess whenever it chooses to do whatever it does, it'll do it. I don't know. I'll worry about it later. For now, I'm just gonna share the link to other places. So let me go ahead and get things started. Just give me a few seconds. For some reason, OBS also updated as well, and the way it has the audio mixer laid out looks a little bit weird, but we'll get used to it. Okay, so I've already been here. I know that whenever there's a little blue thing on the map, that's like a submission that'll let you do something extra, but... Yo, what's up, Cheesy Mouse?
Hey, Wolfman.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Pretty alright?
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I'm sorry, what? I can barely hear you. You kind of sound like the...
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day to you too.
I was just saying it to you because I know you're part Irish.
Yep. I actually forgot to wear green today. Although, I think if you live in Northern Ireland, it's supposed to be orange, but...
Orange? What the?
Yeah, apparently that's a thing. Let's see, a New Dawn.
Ew.
New Dawn is asking me, have you tried using StreamYard? I haven't. I may end up trying that if Notify Me ends up not working the way I want it to. How the hell do I do? Okay, there we go. Did you hear that the new leader of Iran might be gay? That's fucking wild to me.
Yep.
Kind of makes sense why
All,
he. Kind of makes
all
sense.
countries, like, it doesn't make sense. Why would they accept that over there?
No, I was saying that it kind of makes sense that he was like the third or fourth pick to be the leader after the previous two died.
Yeah.
They probably didn't want to end up with him. But, you know, here we are.
I think at this point, if this one croaks, they're just gonna pick some guy off the street.
Yeah, they might pick up a homeless meth addict to be leader. I forgot I was grinding in this area, wasn't I? Yeah, what's up, Robo? Let's see, hello G, I got some more information on our most talked about favorite game, Freedom Planet 2. Oh, do tell. I must know now. I'm sure it'll be painfully upsetting to hear, but let's go ahead and hear it anyway. Did they actually announce a Freedom Planet 3? Gotta try and find all the treasure chests in this game.
Still smacking everyone with your big rod, I see.
Yep. Wait a minute, did I just go backwards? Yeah, I did. Whoops. Yeah, smacking enemies with my rod is one of my special talents in this game.
Yeah, because it's so big and powerful.
Yep, you don't. See, Robo saying Spades VA is the voice of Kinger from TADC, and the one you might be more knowledgeable on is the Magister's voice, is the voice of Nazo from Sonic Nazo Unleashed, if you know what the animation is. Is that the little fan animation where Sonic was in a haunted house? Because I remember that one, but if that's not the one you're talking about, then I'm not exactly sure. I remember that being uploaded to YouTube back in like 08 or 09. Someone in my middle school. Wait. I was trying to say that back when I was in middle school, somebody ended up uploading that to YouTube, and I remembered checking it out, and I thought it was a cool little animation. Like, not for my middle school specifically, but like when I was in middle school, I remember coming across that video. That's how ancient that is.
Yep. Well, when you were in middle school, I think I was in high school already.
Yeah, I think you said you were like, what, 5 years older than me?
I'll be 37 this year.
Okay, so you're actually like 7 years older than me. Should probably heal up. Yeah, fuck it. Let me go down a little bit. Yeah, let me check out general. Okay, I thought my notification ended up being sent there. Never mind. Yeah, for some reason I tried setting up a little Discord bot that will automatically ping people whenever I go live or upload a video on YouTube, but for some reason it's just not working. I tried using StreamCord, but it kept giving me an error every time I tried to save a setting. So, you know, that was a fail. And then I tried using Notify Me, but then like Notify Me was not doing its job, I guess. It was just choosing not to send out any kind of notification at all, even though I had the settings saved, so I may end up trying StreamYard the next time I go live. Okay, what the fuck? Let's see, no, Nazo Unleashed is an old popular fan animation of the time, and Nazo is one of the most popular and oldest Sonic OCs that exist. If you're a super hardcore Sonic fan and get into the deeper stuff, gotcha. Yeah, I had no idea about that, actually. I might have to look that up later. Even though I've been a Sonic fan for, shit, almost what, like 20 years? Can't believe I didn't know about that. Actually, let me go back up just to get that treasure chest. See, his design is definitely lacking, though, and it's of the time. It's really simple. Yeah. A lot of Sonic OCs back in the late 2000s were not very good most of the time. You don't really see a whole lot of Sonic OCs anymore. It's usually just like... trying to think of the best way to describe it. It's like back in the 2000s, you had like a lot of Sonic autism. And then in the early 2010s, you had a lot of Brony autism. And I think now the... You know, now the current autism is... well, I mean, furries have always kind of been there, but... I guess you could say maybe, like, Hell of a Boss shit is, like, the newest autism. Okay, I've already been there. Let's go back down. They are way more designed better these days, but there's some that are definitely lacking, though especially the Hedgehog characters. Yeah. Unfortunately, most of the OCs that you see being all over the internet are like DeviantArt level, and yeah. You gotta try extra hard to make them stand out for me, yeah. I wondered, do people even use DeviantArt that much anymore now that, like, Instagram and Twitter exist? I know Tumblr used to be a pretty safe haven for artists for, like, a while, but then, you know, the thing happened where they banned all not safe for work shit. And then they just ended up fleeing to Twitter and Reddit. Go around here. Can't say. Only reason I use DeviantArt, I just to download 3D models people rip from games. Gotcha. Yeah, I hear DeviantArt is like a really good resource for that type of shit. I remembered one of the reasons why I used DeviantArt back in the day was because... So, before Windows was like shit, you used to be able to download custom themes and widgets, and if you had Windows XP, you had to like download this what do you call it? This external program called Rainmeter, and what that did was it gave people that used Windows XP the option to download little widgets for yourself, and it was like really cool. But most of the files, yeah, like most of the files that were available, they were usually hosted on DeviantArt. They would just post the link to it on there, which is really odd. But, you know, that's what people did. New Dawn Horizon is saying the prawn got banned from Tumblr because literal CP was being discovered on there. Yeah. And I think the new CEO
Oh,
wanted to put a kibosh on that, which he was right for doing that. Some people thought it was an overcorrection, but yeah, no, you shouldn't be posting that shit on there. Let's go ahead and rest up. We are gaining a lot of money, thankfully, from a lot of these fights. So. Didn't I make one of these guys a thief? I'm pretty sure I did. Go ahead and make a save.
Ah, look there. Is that the rainbow thread?
Oh, it's lovely! I'm shocked we actually found it here. Now, let's collect it and be quit of this place.
Oh, wait, we're not alone.
A monster?
Whoops. It's a literal frickin' dragon. Let me turn down the battle speed a bit. See, powerful attack with no defense. Not sure about that. We're just gonna shell up everybody. Or actually, let's protect everybody first. Oh wow, that did a lot of damage. Let's see, here's a major one. The official for Tangle, the leader, is the voice of Nira Lee. Really? So the official voice for Tangle is the same one as Nira... I mean, Nira Lee, whoever voices her, she's not a bad actress. If it was though, we'd definitely be in trouble. I'll never get over how annoying that satanic monkey from hell was. Kind of sounded like a mix between Max from Pokemon and Coconuts from The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, some of the voice actors in Freedom Planet 2 were really good, but some of them were just really bad, and then others, they were just given, like, bad direction. So it's like, you can't really be too mean to them, but... Yeah, needless to say, the voice acting in Freedom Planet in general is a huge mixed bag. Definitely not the best. It also doesn't help that the whole script of that game is written by a bunch of Tumblrettes, so... Ah, shit. Okay, good. Got her back up. We'll try to invigorate again. Hope we get lucky. So yeah, how do you know that they're from Tumblr? I mean, I don't really know that the people that worked on Freedom Planet, if they're from Tumblr or not. It's just that the way that the game is written and the way it's presented feels very, very Tumblr-like. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like more of a vibe than anything. So, yeah, no, don't take that too literally. It definitely would not shock me if the person that directed Freedom Planet 1 and 2, though, it wouldn't shock me if she used Tumblr, because if you see any photos of her, she definitely looks like the type. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that was a waste of a turn right there. So glad I ended up curing my party. Robo is saying, if you've seen how Steven Universe is, then that's the best comparison I have to the Freedom Planet series. Yeah. That's actually a very apt comparison.
Well, was a surprise.
No one said anything about a monster.
Tons of pastel colors, a bunch of moral fagging about being nice to one another.
Tell us. He's awful. That
It
would
feels,
be lying.
yeah, just
How could he put the
definitely
Vestal
not my
in
type of game.
without her?
Or, you know, definitely not my type of vibe, but because it's a Sonic clone, it was very interesting to play through the whole Freedom Planet series, to say the least.
Regardless, we found what we came for. Let's return with the thread.
I feel like the games would have been better if they were designed around, like, not having a story that you have to watch. If it was just, like, a Sonic game where, or, excuse me, like, not a Sonic game, but, like, a Sonic clone game, rather, where, you know, instead of having to sit through a story, you just go through each level back to back. And that was, like, the only way of doing it. Because I know that the games give you the option of playing them that way, but I think they should have just made the story, like, implied. I feel like that would have made the whole experience a lot more bearable to go through. Robo saying, also, nothing interesting or big about VA. Only thing is they voiced Vidal in Dragon Ball Bridge. That's about it. Really. It's been a while since I caught up with Dragon Ball Bridge. The last thing I saw from it was, not the Cell games, but like right before that, when Cell was introduced. That's kind of where I checked out, because the series kind of dropped a little bit in terms of humor. I think the Frieza Saga is where that whole Dragon Ball Z Abridged series peaked. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. This is such a great game so far. Robo saying, also, here's something in your field. Most of the FP was voiced in Final Fantasy VII Machinima Abridged, another series made by Team 4-Star. Yeah, I never fucked around with that. Never really saw them. I also never watched Hellsing Abridged either. I think that was also made by them.
Back in one piece, are you? Very impressive.
Then you did know. A word of warning might have helped you, old lech.
It's been so long since I set about crafting Vestal garb. I'd completely forgotten. I believe you are in a hurry. I'll begin straight away. All the haste in the world won't see it done before tomorrow. Make yourselves at home till then, hmm?
Agnes?
Yeah, maybe I should check out that Final Fantasy VII or Machina Abridged, or however they pronounce it. Because I did fuck
What's
around
the
with a lot of
matter?
those Abridged series
Trouble
later.
sleeping?
Sir,
But
do you
if I'm being
remember
real with you,
this
most of them
ending?
haven't aged well, and a lot of the people that did them back in the 2010s just like straight up stopped doing them, so
I've
it's not
treasured
like
it
they'll
like
be
a good
active
luck
anymore.
charm since I was a child. Ever since the day
I
you
did
gave
try
it to me.
rewatching some of them, but I think out of all the ones I watched growing
That
up, the only
brings me back.
the only person
I
that
remember it well, child. I'm
like the only
pleased
person
you
whose
felt
videos have
unable
aged
to
well
cope
was
this
Purple Eyes,
well.
but Purple Eyes has left YouTube.
It gives me strength.
I don't know if
In dark
you
times,
knew
I
that,
could pray
but
to it,
if you were
talk to it.
a
It would
fan
scare
of
away any courage.
fuck did
Keep
they call it? It was the one
close
based on
and
Code
keep it
Geass,
safe.
or yeah,
Someday
Code
it
Ment,
may
I think is what
serve
they
you
called it.
better still.
Yeah, he did Code Ment and he did Nun Piece, and those were both really good in terms of the humor,
And the other
but
girl? The one who was
besides
with me
that,
last
and
I was
maybe
here.
season 2 of Dragon Ball
Do
Z
you remember her?
Abridged, most of the Abridged
Oh,
series
little
like content
Olivia.
has not aged well.
Yes.
I guess you could
She
say that
serves now as the
Little
vessel of
Karibo
water.
might have made some that were pretty funny, but
Sir, have you heard anything
a
of
lot
her?
of it is just
Is she safe?
saved by the fact that he would just
The
steal
oceans
jokes
of
from
the
Adult
world
Swim
began to
shows and
fester
throw in
upon
little
the very
memes here
same
and
day
there.
that the darkness took the wind crystal.
And those aren't really funny, other than the
It's
fact
the
that
crystal
they
of
make you
water that
remember
sustains
stuff.
the seas. I fear the same fate has struck the Temple of Water, or worse. I need to know if Olivia is safe.
I know some
Haven't the
people
means
that
or the
never
time
got
to
into
figure
Dragon Ball
out.
Z, but they really got into Dragon Ball Z
I'm
Abridged.
afraid I know no more than you. All I can say is that she's not come to this place.
I see.
Tell me, child, would you care to share what else is on your mind?
I'm uncertain.
What's this old man trying to do by talking to this
I
chick?
lived a hermit's existence, sequestered in the temple, surrounded by acolytes. I knew nothing of the world outside, know nothing of it still. How can I be sure in the face of that ignorance? How can I know that the path I walk is the right one?
Recent years have seen the people's hearts and minds turn from the crystal orthodoxy. Its practices are all but forgotten. Yet even still, they regard the
Robo is saying,
crystals
haven't
and
seen
the
a lot,
vestals who
just mostly the
tend them
DBZ
with
ones.
an
The movie
innate
videos are pretty great too,
reverence.
besides the Frieza saga. Oh
Carry
yeah,
out your
I was gonna
duty
say,
and keep faith,
the
my
Christmas
child.
Tree of Might was a pretty funny take on that movie.
Therein lies the path the Vestals show to all humanity.
I remember the Christmas Tree of Might being pretty funny.
I'm still so weak. Compared to the Mother Vestal, I lack in everything.
Also, wasn't there an abridged version of the movie that was exclusive to that shitty Dragon Ball Z Connect game? Apparently, they locked a 30-minute short that had to do with Broly behind a Connect game that they did an abridged series over. I remembered that one being kind of funny too.
My shoulders are not broad enough to bear the weight of it. The hopes and fears of an army of strangers I've never so much as seen before. They frighten me. I am unfit to show them the way forward. I barely trust my legs to carry myself alone.
But they have. Despite the blame and fear, you fought this far for the world and its people. Your fight is a noble one, just and right, and beyond any reproach. But now the time has come to set others upon that path. Guide them to follow in your steps. Just as the Vestals have ever drawn upon the crystal's light to illuminate the
Yeah,
way
no,
forward
I would say
for
nowadays
mankind,
abridging is kind of a dying
so
art.
must you.
I feel like
Words are powerful things.
that's kind of a relic of a time that's been since long gone.
Vestal's words doubly so. They are a force capable of driving man to action, of sustaining him in times of need. You've walked your path for humanity's sake. Your love of this world has been your fuel. Now let your words be theirs. Share your path with them. They'll decide for themselves whether to follow or not. The world will choose as it may. But if you open your heart and point the way, you'll ignite a spark of hope within the hearts of countless men and women.
Wow, the Senate ended up advancing the Save America Act. That's good. Yeah, it's kind of a bullshit thing that for the longest time, certain states didn't require you to bring your ID to vote. Just my opinion, but I feel like if you need an ID to buy alcohol or to buy cigarettes, you should need to have an ID in order to vote.
Then I had best
I
choose
feel like that's just kind of like a common sense thing that most people agree upon. And if you don't, then I feel like you're just encouraging fraud at that point. Let's see, Robo saying, can't say. Only movie I know is the plan to eradicate the Saiyans remake for Raging Blast 2. I don't know anything about the Connect Broly movie. Gotcha. Yeah, I think it was a thing where if you bought the Connect Dragon Ball Z game that was kind of ass, it came with a 30-minute movie based on Broly. Let's see, the most modern version of abridged stuff I say is the Snapkeep dubs. Yeah. Yeah, the Snapkeep dubs are pretty funny, but they're less like a bridge series, and they're more like just spoofs. They basically just take cutscenes from video games and then create their own narrative with it. And it's all ad-libbed. It's not scripted at all, so that's kind of the gimmick behind it. It's a little bit different. But I do see what you mean when you're trying to draw that comparison. By the way, I did try watching their Kingdom Hearts Snapkeep dub, and maybe it's because I only watched the first part, but I wasn't exactly a fan. It didn't really interest me all that much. Didn't really get me laughing like some of the other ones.
Oh, you're shameless.
Is that another tradition surrounding the creation of the Vestal Garb?
Yes, you must lock lips with the old man.
The sad fantasy of a lecherous little toad.
Now attach your tongue to mine.
Unacceptable.
So stupid.
I do love a girl with a firm touch. Come back anytime you've need of me. I'll do all I'm able.
Thank you, Sage.
Now,
Yeah, pervy sage, more like
back
it.
to the temple.
Yeah, let's actually check out my jobs. Okay, so those are all level 6. Let's try making her a thief now. And then we'll make Ring a Bell. Instead of a knight, we'll make him a merchant. Just to kind of shake things up a bit. And then for Agnes, instead of having a black mage, we will make her a monk, because why not? And then for him... Fuck it, we'll just make him a black mage. And then we'll change around some abilities instead of being two-handed. I guess that'll work. Wait, how does she learn self-healing? Okay, I guess that helps in a way. We'll do damage dispersion for her as well. We'll make him have two-handed. I don't know why he has white magic as his job command when he doesn't really have many abilities to use. We'll keep her with white magic just because she has that available to her because we ended up leveling her up with the white mage. We don't really need him to use that. Okay, that'll work. As far as equipment goes, we can... Okay, well... I guess him having two-handed would be kind of useless then, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'll do. Alright, neato. And she's already a monk, so... I like how effectively we just have, like, 3 monks. That's awesome. Let's actually make use of that. Let's see how many of these attacks miss. Let's see, IG, did you see the new characters announced for Crossworlds? Yeah, I saw that it had the Angry Birds, the red guy, or yeah, the red little Angry Birds guy. Keep forgetting his name. I think he's gonna be in there. And then I think Kiryu, or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but there might be a Yakuza character in there. Besides that, I think most of them were blanked out. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of dropped Sonic Racing Crossworlds because I kept getting booed out of the games because of the game's horrible netcode. And it's not my internet either, because I have really good internet. It's just the fact that I keep getting booting out of games. So that's really the reason why I dropped it, but maybe I'll go back to it. Possibly.
The air's grown even more stagnant. It feels almost malicious.
If I ever
I
feel like
might be
playing a
sick.
kart racer again, I'll definitely re-download it.
Wait, something's here.
No! A monster's taken
Certainly a
hold of the
lot better
crystals.
than that new Mario Kart game that came out last year that
The
most
beast
people
from the
didn't play
scriptures.
because they just kept playing
What
Mario
will it
Kart
do?
9 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or
Now
whatever.
what?
Whatever the Mario Kart game was
Stands
before it,
between
I think
us
they all just
and the
kept
crystal's
playing that.
awakening.
Then I don't suppose
It's also
we've
because the
much
game is
choice.
peer-to-peer. Interesting. Okay, yeah, no wonder. Okay, so there's a fire dog head and a blizzard dog head. Okay, we'll cast blizzard on the fire guy. And then we'll cast fire on the blue guy, and then we'll see what happens there. Oh, you know what I should do? I should just brave first. I feel like that'd be the smart thing to do, especially during a boss fight. Oh wow, that hit my characters a lot. Okay, yeah, let's hit him with fire. Then for her, we'll do a couple of strong strikes. And then for him... Oh wow, that did jack. I should have cured again. It's probably because she's not a white mage, that's why, so it's not as strong. Okay, yeah, I may have to restart this fight. Maybe. Yeah, probably. You let me try a different strategy this time.
The air's grown even more stagnant. It feels almost malicious.
I might be sick.
Wait.
The beast? From the scriptures?
No.
It's dead.
Then I don't.
See, Robo saying I probably won't go back to Crossworlds either, mostly because I already have the Riders series, which I'm way more into. The E-Gears being cars does not hit the same as the Riders versions. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with you on that. Like, mechanically speaking, Sonic Riders and Sonic Riders Zero Gravity are a lot more complex and more fun to fuck around with. With Crossworlds, it's like, it's fully dependent on the live service being there, and while it is there, and I think Sega is doing a semi-competent job with trying to keep that game fresh, it's mostly held up by the community, and once the community's not there, will anybody really come back for it? I don't know. I guess we'll see. If I die again, I just may end up turning back Adia into a white mage. Okay, fire. And then with him... Even Strong Strike isn't doing that much with him. Probably because he's a what do you call it, a different class. Yeah, I should probably switch my party back to a class that they're more proficient in. Yeah, I need to switch back my party to what they were originally before I tried getting them to be better in different classes. It's all good. Guess we're gonna change him back to, I think he was... Was he a monk? Yeah, pretty sure he was a monk. And for her, we'll change her back into a white mage, I think she was. Yeah. Or I think it was a Dia, but whatever. I think they were both the same anyway. They were both level 6, so it don't matter. We'll change him back to a knight. And for a Dia, we'll change her to a black mage. We'll also give him frickin' white mage abilities just in case. We'll give her black mage just in case. Yeah, all of this looks good. Okay, let me go ahead and resave.
The ears grow neat. Wait.
The beat?
Now.
It's
Then I don't.
Yep, there we go. Okay, we'll try and risk for an Invigorate, and then 2 Strong Strikes, and a Hidden Dragon for funsies. Hang on, let me check my phone for a minute. Okay, nothing important. Sorry. Then for her strategy should be obvious. We'll light up the blue head. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, that did a lot. Yeah, Robo saying one more thing. When I brought or when I bought Sonic character design stuff, is that his creator wanted his design to be simple to draw on, as he wanted kids to draw the character. Gotcha. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Try and split up my party's defaults a bit. Try and go for another invigorate. Hopefully, that won't fail on us. It's gonna be real hairy to try and, actually... Hold up. Come on. Bruh. So basically, whenever you use a staff, that's like, that's something that'll boost your MP enough to where using magic will be useful. So it's probably better for a black mage to use white magic than for a monk to use white magic. Got it. Actually... Robo's saying, this is why you get OC makers actually fighting a lot, because of how same looking some characters are to Sonic characters. There are core, simple to make, as that's how he was made to be. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely checks. Okay, and it looks like the blue head is taken out, which means that we could probably focus on the red one. Okay, show. Should we go for another invigorate? Yeah, let's just try and do that. We'll freeze this guy off a little bit. Okay, well, that was useless. Okay, let's try doing the Invigorate again, and let's try doing as many strong strikes as we can get on him. We'll go with a couple of cures. Then for her... Alright, sweet. We may not even need to use that special on Adia if we can get enough strong strikes in. Which it doesn't look like we did that, but whatever. That was good use of a special strike.
It's over. Somehow. Just how long has that thing been inside the crystal?
The details can wait. First comes the rite of awakening. I'll second that. I'm in no state to deal with any of that beast's friends right now. Hurry, Agnes! You need to get ready!
Right. I'm ready, Aerie.
Then let's review how the rite works one last time.
I'm to focus my prayers on the crystal, yes?
Right. That will naturally align your breathing with the crystal's rhythm. Your life force will stir it awake. That will return the crystal to its normal state. But you mustn't stop there. Keep praying. If you excite the crystal to just short of the breaking point, then release that energy all at once, its effects will spread far and wide. There are a few important things to remember, though. First, you are not to stop until I say. The flow of energy into the crystal could reverse. At its worst, that could be fatal. Second, once I give the signal, you have to stop immediately. Any further, and this time, it'll be the crystal that breaks.
I understand.
Last, everyone needs to keep their distance and stay absolutely silent. The rite places a huge burden on the Vestal, physically and mentally. But even if she seems to be in pain, you can't come near her or the crystal, no matter what.
What do you mean a huge burden? Is there any danger to Agnes?
There's nothing to worry about. I'll be right here watching to make sure of that. Now, everyone but Agnes step back. All ready to begin?
Ready.
Oh wow, quick time event. Awesome. Gotta love those in your 3DS games.
Aerie! Is it done? Not yet! Just a little longer! More! Keep going!
See a Robo saying, gee, you ever played the Ratchet and Clank series? No. To be honest, I was more into Sly. Like, out of all the PS2 3D platformers, I was always kind of more into Sly. But even then, I didn't really grow up with it. It was something I kind of got into retroactively when I got the HD collection on PS3 back in the day. I thought the first Jak and Daxter game was good for what it was, but I thought Jack 2 was kind of shit, and Jack 3 was like an above-average mix of what Jack 1 and Jack 2 brought to the table. I still prefer Jack 1, though.
Did it work?
The Rite of Awakening was a great success! You were amazing, Anyas! I never dreamed it'd
See,
go
Robo
this
saying,
well.
my condolences, Sly fans deserve better. Yep, that they do. Problem is, though, is that nobody bought the fourth game. And to be fair, neither did I, but back when the game came out, I didn't really get into Sly. It wasn't until around, like, I want to say 2016 was when I got the HD collection. And that was only because I kind of had an itch to play a lot of 3D platforming games, so I was trying to expand my horizons a bit on that.
That light. I feel as if I've seen that light before.
To give you my thoughts, though, I really liked Sly 1. I was actually kind of shocked by it.
No, just
I liked how they blended in stealth elements with 3D platforming, but
reaching out through the light.
Sly 2 was really annoying. If you want to kind of see my frustrations with that game, you can watch my live streams, because I did stream that game from start to finish, but
Anything we can do?
basically, to make a long story short, Sly 2 is not a bad game. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to say it's shit, but holy hell were there a lot of really weird controlling mini games in that one. And also that Contessa prison area, that was like something that should have been cut down a little bit in terms of how long you stayed there, because
Will look like that?
yeah, it definitely overstayed its welcome.
That's right! Only 3 to go!
I kind of prefer the level structure of the first game instead of the open area,
For now, let's head back to
and
town.
you know, you doing little
The
side
light should be
missions.
returning, right?
I feel like it was a lot more organized in the first game. So your support ability cost limit has increased by 1. What does that mean? You know what I should do? Let me go ahead and set some jobs. So we'll have him as a monk, just like I did before. Then we'll have him... Well, we'll have her rather be a white mage. We'll have him be a knight. Robo is saying, I definitely will be on my radar. Currently going through your Sonic and the Black Knight stream first. Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Sonic and the Black Knight, I have no idea how people can be a fan of that game unless they grew up with it. Because it was one of the most frustrating games I've ever had the misfortune of playing. Like, the fact that there are people out there that defend that game is, it's mind-boggling. Okay, I see what support abilities are now. So for the monk, we'll go, physical defense up. And then HP plus 10%. MP defense. Damage dispersion. Two-handed. Physical defense up. Damage dispersion. And self-healing. There we go. That'll work. We'll have that set. So that's where we're currently at right now. Now let me change up my jobs a bit. We'll have him be a black mage. And we'll keep his abilities the same. For her, we'll make her a monk. Then for Ring a Bell, we'll make him a merchant. And then for Adia, we'll make her a thief. Robo saying, I can't say either. Not sure why that game is defended a lot. I put it under 06 in terms of games being defended. Yeah. Like Sonic 06, Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic and the Secret Rings. Like, those are pretty bad in terms of how people defend them. Like, there are some people out there that actually defend Sonic 4 Episode 1, and I'm just like, why? Not only are those levels designed poorly, but they look and sound like shit. It's kind of like what I was saying, I think, in one of my other streams. It's like, it doesn't matter how well-loved a Sonic game is, there's always going to be a lot of people out there that'll hate it, and it doesn't matter how bad a Sonic game is, there will always be people out there that'll defend it. Of course, you know, my opinions are always correct on the Sonic series, so, you know, my opinion is the only one that matters. Just kidding. There are probably a couple of bad Sonic games out there that I would probably defend. Like, as much shit as Sonic Blast gets on the Game Gear, it's actually not that bad of a game. Alright, sweet. So we unlock shit in that temple right there, so let's see what else we got to do.
Do the streets seem noisy to anyone else?
Ah, over there. It's the Weasel King.
Hearken to me, my children.
Speaking of 3D platformers, though, I actually may end up streaming through the Jack series at some point. But before I do that, I'll probably stream Sly 3, because I streamed Sly 2 last year.
From excoriating a girl for her egregious failures. My clemency was met with willful pride. She promised to return the wind to motion single-handedly. Yet, what has come of it? Nothing will save the southern sky set ablaze with a malefic light. The Vestal failed to restore the wind, and brought still greater calamity upon our heads. As proof, look no further than the stagnant air around you. I can but blame my own wishful ignorance for this latest turn of events. I ought never have entrusted this matter to a relic of a bygone era.
I was gonna say, one series of games that I kind of thought about replaying were the Pixel remasters. I don't know what it is about the Pixel remasters, but they just, I don't know, they give me the feeling of replaying them a lot. Even though I beat them all as they were coming out. So yeah, Robo's saying, as a hardcore fan of Sonic CD, it hurts even more the last time we saw Little Planet was in Sonic 4. It's my favorite location and concept in the entire series. Yeah, I never really fucked around with, like, the Little Planet thing. I actually do like Sonic CD as well. I think that's a genuinely good game, but, you know, There are brave contrarians out there that try to say that it's actually shit, even though it's not. You know, just because the levels aren't designed for you to just run to the right doesn't make it a bad level.
Worry no longer, people of Ansheim.
It's all designed around verticality. You know, the game wants you to explore. And if you actually go back to, I think, one of my streams back in 2024, I want to say it was like November of 2024 was when I streamed through Sonic CD for a couple of sessions with each character on Sonic Origins. I did end up collecting all of the want to say I got all the robot transporters. So I did get the good ending without having to get all the special stages. Like, yes, believe it or not, it's actually not bullshit to do it that way.
Spark of hope.
Contrary to what some reviewers would have you believe.
Give me the courage.
And once you kind of know where each of the robot transporters are in the past, it's not that hard to
I ask that you listen.
kind of commit it to memory and then replay Sonic CD like that.
Washed over this land without
It's actually kind of fun.
so long stopped.
I wouldn't say it's the best 2D Sonic game, but it's definitely a vibe.
Kingdom of Kaldisla. An entire village was devoured. The seas fester. Fish wash up upon our shores, twisted and lifeless. Even
One
ships
review
are
I'll
wrecked
always bring
from
up
this
that I thought was
corrosion.
pretty shit was it was Scott the Waz's video on Sonic CD,
Is crying out in
and he was
pain.
basically just like
Your suffering is mirrored in every corner of
completely
this
slandering that game. He was like, these level names don't even
dispatched
look
by
like
His
level names. They're like
Majesty
taglines for levels, and I'm like,
and surveyed the
okay.
damage firsthand.
Let's see, Robo is saying American or Japanese soundtrack. I prefer the American soundtrack, but the Japanese soundtrack is pretty good too. It just kind of depends on what you prefer in music.
I found the crystal of wind.
I personally like a lot of electric guitar, so I just kind of prefer the American soundtrack by default, but it is kind of cool how the Japanese soundtrack is just like a variation of the same song. So like for Palm Tree Panic, every single version of that level's music is kind of arranged differently.
And my companions. I present this to you as proof.
Those chains! The chains that circled the beast Orthros! The
But yeah, no, typically whenever I replay Sonic CD, I always go for the American soundtrack.
A story from the old crystal is scripted.
American soundtrack definitely has some bangers. Yeah, that's also one thing I kind of it's also one thing I kind of disagree with people that review Sonic CD is that they always say that they prefer the Japanese soundtrack, but I don't know. I feel like there's way too much going on in the Japanese version of the present of Palm Tree Panic. It's just like way too much shit going on.
The wind
It doesn't even feel like a first level theme. It kind of feels more like the end credits of a game.
lives have been the crystal's nourishment. And
It's not bad. It's just a lot of shit going on compared to how it is in the American soundtrack, where it sounds a lot more simple, but it also feels more like feels more like a introductory level music. It's a bit upbeat, and it doesn't like go too hard with so many instruments.
mill, it's turning. I've reached them.
Of course you did. And they love you for it. They found new hope.
Also, speaking of reviews, have you seen Sparky's World video on Sonic CD, and what do I think of it? Let me actually look that up, because I think I might know what you're talking about. Let me try pulling it up on my phone.
Naturally, I knew it from the moment I first saw you.
Let's see. Sparky's World Sonic CD. Okay, yeah, no, I have not. Holy shit, that's like a 7-hour video. I actually may end up saving that to my watch later. because I do like watching some long videos from time to time, so long as it gives me an excuse to grind in a game. So that's what I may end up doing. If I ever do like an offline grind session in a JRPG, I'll probably pull this up.
Please,
But yeah, no, I have not heard of
and this nation's people.
I've not heard of Sparky's World, and I've never seen this video before, so I'll definitely give that one a watch on my free time.
But I fear I cannot stay.
7 hours is a little bit
The
excessive,
shadow of
but
danger has been
you know,
driven from Anchime. But
sometimes it's
darkness
good to have
persists
long-form
and
content like
clear
that on your second monitor when you're doing something else, as like,
I must join with the other Vestals and see that all mankind
you
is
know,
ransomed from this terrible threat.
it's kind of like how sometimes people will put on podcasts whenever they're doing something. Some people will put on reviews on their second monitor. That's what I do sometimes. Sometimes I'll put on a podcast, or sometimes I'll put on a video while I'm doing something.
She grieves not just for Anchime's pain.
I could never personally do a 7-hour long video. Like, I could do maybe 1 or 2 hours max. Like that one video I did where I was debunking that one video essay talking about why Riku from Kingdom Hearts is gay and why it mattered. Like, that video was an hour and a half long, but I couldn't imagine really going higher than that.
I thank you. Your faith moves me beyond
That was such an awful fucking video, by the way. That, so, you know, get this. There's this chick out there that made a 6-hour long video essay talking about why Riku from Kingdom Hearts is gay and why it mattered. And she got so many things wrong in that video that, like, I was just screeching in my head like Doug Walker, being like, bitch, like, what the fuck are you even talking about? So, that's why I just chose to make a video response to it, but, you know, it was definitely not 6 hours long. I just kind of took some points she made throughout her video and grouped them together into little sections to debunk pretty much everything that she said. Not everything, because, you know, that would have taken, like, a long time to do, and, yeah, I basically just went over her major points and corrected her on that. But that was a fun video to make. I feel like out of all the videos I made last year, that was probably one of the best. I'm actually thinking about making more videos like that. Probably not like long form, but, you know, maybe I'll see a bullshit video essay that's like 20 or 30 minutes long. I'll do like a rag-styled response video to it where I intersperse gameplay and make my points and then let her continue. I feel like that might be a good thing to do from time to time. Not like every upload will be like that. Like, you're not going to see me be a frickin' what do you call it? Like a commentary YouTuber channel, but just like every once in a while, that might be fun to do. Because I also did the same thing with another video made by some other dude. I want to say he's called Harmon Smith, but he did a bunch of Nintendo fanboy related content, and there was one video he made that was just like so unbelievably wrong that I just couldn't help but make a response video to it. Let's see, Robo saying, don't worry, G, some people make videos on why Sonic and Shadow should be a thing and why it matters kind of videos. Yeah, but like the difference is that this person wasn't trying to be like a shipper. Like, they were trying to actually argue that you know, based on the context of the Kingdom Hearts games, that Riku is actually gay. And, you know, if she was just like a shipper making a shipping video, then that'd be fine. But she was, like, serious. Like, she was actually trying to argue that Riku is in love with Sora, and in order for the game to make sense, like, there's no other way other than to say that Riku is gay, and yeah.
Seems we're blocked on all sides. Any ideas?
Let's see, Robo's saying, dang, Rags mentioned. That's a name I hadn't heard in a while. Yeah, I kind of grew up watching his content, but, yeah, if I ever made videos like how he did, then, it would be like every once in a while, as a treat. It wouldn't be, like, my main content on my channel. Yeah, like, yeah, that video I was, I was doing a response to, the 6-hour one. She was straight up, yeah, it was really very mind-numbing to go through, because she got so many points wrong in her Kingdom Hearts video. Let's see, where am I supposed to be going? I see a little blue bubble in here. Yeah, no, like, if she ended up just making a, yeah, what's up, Ryoku?
Beat the game already?
What's up?
I said beat the game already? That was fast.
Yeah, no, I still got some hours to go.
Okay. Are you enjoying it?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. I also found out that apparently you can save your character setups to like specific loadouts. So if I ever feel like grinding out a specific class, I can just swap over to that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's something
Can you
that
do it mid? Can you do it mid-fight or no?
no, you have to do it through the main menu outside of battle, unfortunately.
Okay. Would have been cool though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Robo and I were just talking about that video response I made to that one bitch who made the 6-hour-long video essay talking about why Riku from Kingdom Hearts was gay.
Well, what do you mean he's not gay?
Yeah, I mean,
you know, I'm not serious, right?
yeah, I was just trying to think of a comeback, but I really couldn't.
I mean, next you're gonna tell me that Roxas isn't trans.
You know what's crazy is that apparently it's a common headcanon with a lot of pro-LGBT Kingdom Hearts fans that Shion is actually trans.
Wait, what?
Yeah, JRPG fangirls are pretty mental.
But okay, but how? How do you even come to that conclusion? That's the part that I'm struggling with.
My guess is there was like one part in 358 over 2 days where she looked like Sora, and maybe that's where they draw that comparison to, but
that's not what that is. That's her literally trying to become Sora and Roxas so that the organization could use her. That's more...
Right.
Because she's technically an empty vessel, so... What?
Yeah, what a way to you know, frickin' debase your trans viewers there. You know, whoever makes video essays talking about why Shion is trans. Okay, I'm trying to find that blue speech bubble from the NPC.
Her struggles with identity was the fact that she was basically becoming something she wasn't or didn't want to be.
Right. Like, she wasn't
Because, again,
actually
she's
meant
an
to
empty
exist.
vessel.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see, Robo saying, from what I hear, the Kingdom Hearts fandom is definitely a can of worms.
Sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's gotten a lot worse over the past decade, as the games have been more accessible to more and more people.
See, because the other thing is Zendis himself even said he doesn't care if Roxas survives per se, because he won the Keyblade wielder, so whether it was Sora, Roxas, or Shion, he didn't really care. He wasn't picky.
Right. Yo, what's up, Gaseous? Is this the new Nostalgia Critic movie? Good lord.
What?
Did you know that the Nostalgia Critic made his own movies?
No.
Yeah, he made 3 of them, actually, and it's basically just on the same budget as his, some of his more modern reviews where he did the skits. Like, imagine a whole movie where it's just, like, a bunch of Nostalgia Critic skits with, like, green screen backgrounds and shit.
So, like a Bollywood movie?
Yeah, like a really cheap, really watered-down indie movie is basically what the Nostalgia Critic did, and he did it 3 times. And, like, there's one... I think the last one he did, which was called To Boldly Flee, was even worse than that.
It could get worse than Bollywood.
Yeah, like, it was actually, like, 3 hours long. I'm not even joking.
I'll be out here trying to make Titanic.
I feel guilty simply
Yep.
sitting around like this.
We all need rest, my dear. Whatever we're to face next, let us do it with a full...
I don't really know much about The Boldly Flee, but I know vaguely a
Besides,
bit
I
about the
told
first movie he
extortionate
tried to
murder
make,
on the
where
street. Think of your
it was
production.
basically so there's actually this real life place in Nevada or whatever where it's somebody actually claimed unclaimed land, so he just chose to
Is there a hint of jealousy
make
I
his own
detect?
country there. Like,
Perhaps it's
technically
you
it
who's upset
exists,
by-
like in real life. And then the nostalgia critic tried to make a movie about it where he tried to take over it using eminent domain or whatever.
I can think of no
And
single
he
creature
tried
in this
going
world
over there to take
who
over
has
that
unable to
country,
conspire
you know, that
through
small
jealousy.
patch of land, only to realize that he didn't bring any weapons with him, so it was kind of a failure. So then he brought over his gang of autistic
Riding on the
retards in
waves of
capes, like the Spoony one and Linkara and Angry Joe, and they all banded together to combine their strength to take over the land. And then in the end, there's a fight between I think Dr. Insano and Spoony or something. It was really odd.
Do you know the other crystals?
Sounds like a schizo moment.
Yeah, see, Gaseous is saying, I saw Kikassia and that was enough. Yeah. It is kind of sad, though, because I think that the nostalgia critic, he wanted to use his online persona as a way to get into Hollywood, and it just never happened. And it's because he just didn't have the talent to do that. But he was pretty good at making entertaining online reviews, so that's just kind of where he stayed. Same thing with Cinemassacre, or, you know, the Angry Video Game Nerd. I feel like he eventually wanted to move into Hollywood and become a big-time director or whatever, but that never panned out. His AVGN movie was, I mean, it wasn't terrible from what I remembered, but it wasn't anything to write home about either. It was just like your typical
Feeling better?
YouTube indie movie. Oh shit. Gaseous is saying James Rolfe couldn't even manage that, partially because he's an idiot and also actually retarded. Yeah, I mean, if I could talk today, it wouldn't shock me if the Angry Video Game Nerd is on some kind of spectrum. I know he went to film school, and he was able to use his skills to make a success out of himself in a way, but one thing I kind of noticed about him is that he has a very boomer way of setting shit up with his videos. He has like a lot of equipment that he probably doesn't even need. And he also has some really weird opinions too. Like I know him and Mike Matei, they're of the opinion that you can only play retro games on CRTs, even though not everybody has access to those. And then he also says that emulation is wrong, but again, you know, not everyone has the collection that he has, so that's very easy for him to say.
You speak nonsense.
See, Robo's saying, we're talking about the Nostalgia Critic movie, and there's messy behind the scenes. Yeah. I think I saw...
Virgil, is that you?
What then?
It honestly wouldn't shock me if they try to rip that off a little bit.
Betrayed your father. Have you lost your mind, girl?
Let's see, Agassius is saying, no, he confirmed it in his book. James Rolfe went to retard school. His wife is probably one of his former wranglers. Ouch. Robo is saying, I remember Red Letter Media's one movie made them not want to do movies due to the making process. Yeah. I feel like with some people, it's like, you know, you want to do something with regards to movies. Like, some people are just better reviewers than they are, like, actual movie makers, and there's nothing wrong with that. It might give you a little bit of a better perspective to make your own movie, if you're a movie reviewer, or to make your own game if you're a game reviewer, but I don't think that's a prerequisite.
This is my decision.
And I think that's what a lot of people catch themselves up in. You know, some people are like, well, I'm actually making an indie game, or I made an indie game, therefore, my opinion is more valid whenever I review games, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. I feel like people can review anything so long as they're interested in whatever they're talking about, and they know a little bit. I haven't really watched a lot of Red Letter Media, though. What's up?
It's not him, but he did voice the bug dude from Blaze Blue.
Ah. I thought you were making a comment on the armor. But no, actually,
no, the guy in the armor sounds like Virgil from
Yeah,
Devil
he-
May Cry.
yeah, I was gonna say he kind of does sound like Virgil now that I think about it.
Stubborn girl.
But it's not him.
Yeah.
Very well. I shall withdraw for now. But know this, Vestal.
The voice acting isn't bad in this game, but the direction is a little bit mixed.
Are ever under our watch. What you aim to do runs counter to the flow of progress. You place mankind on the road to annihilation.
Delving into the creation process definitely does give you extra credit. Oh yeah, for sure.
It's time your wings were clipped.
It'll definitely give you an insight on how hard making a game is. And it might make you appreciate the really good games even more, but I don't think you have to.
Concord and Dustborn.
Hell yeah, dude. No, I'm kidding. Didn't Concord actually make it into a museum of failure?
I think it did, yes.
It only lasted for about a couple of weeks after it got canceled. Same thing with High Guard, actually.
Sorry I wasn't much use back there.
High guard, you mean low guard? No guard?
Yeah. Not successful guard.
Failure guard?
That is all I ask.
Yep. See, AVGN also said he doesn't want to make movies anymore after discovering how much work is actually required. Yep. It's really hard to make a movie. There's like a lot of bureaucracy you have to deal with. Not that I would know firsthand, but based on what I've read, it's like very intense.
Your tone was familiar. You were close?
Now imagine how hard it is to make a game where like you have to deal with a bunch of different mediums. Not only do you have to know someone that knows how to draw shit, you have to know someone that knows how to make music. You have to know someone who knows how to plan out game design well. You have to know someone who knows how to program, and
Did I miss something?
yeah, gaming is a lot more multifaceted, and it's a lot harder to come up with a good game than it is to, I think, make a lot of other mediums out there.
Well,
Make a good what?
I was saying it's probably a lot harder to make a good game than it is to make a good movie. Or like a good song.
Until we've another one of these sky stone
Well, considering that games require all of that and more, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, computer games are for nerds and losers. Yet they're all mainstream now.
Hurry up and do something.
Yeah, it's still crazy to me that that stereotype exists, despite the fact that I think 77% of males play a video game of some sort.
I suppose we'll have to try our luck with this.
Well, although 70% of males are losers. No, according to some people.
Yeah, that's a really stupid way of looking at it.
But hey, listen, if you play 2K, then you're cool, okay? If you play Fortnite,
Yeah.
you're cool, okay?
Yeah, just play your goy slop. And then you'll be fine. That's socially acceptable.
Do you play Final Fantasy? You're a loser. You're an incel, bro.
Let's see, Gassius is saying, it's kind of like how anyone can make fan fiction. You can do it, but it'll probably won't be good. Yeah, exactly.
You know
Most
how many
fan fiction sucks.
fictions there are of like shows like Death Note. But there are some people who do fan fictions and do a real good job with it because they were trying to respect the source material.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of people put like self inserts and other fan characters.
Yeah, let's see. Robo's saying, don't remind me of the one I helped out with, G. One thing I can say, leadership is another factor if you're the leader or owner. Yep. Yeah, if you're in charge of everything, it can be a huge headache to try and get shit done. Okay, I'm trying to find the... There should be one NPC I need to talk to.
So Gene, when are you gonna play 2K?
Never.
Ditch this-
Don't be a nerd.
Ditch-
Actually go out and play the sports yourself.
I agree. I'm just screwing around.
Yeah. Trying to figure out where that NPC is that I need to talk to. Okay, it's not here.
I'm gonna switch to my computer. Give me a second.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, I've talked to every single NPC, and I've interacted with everything I can, so I'm not sure who I'm supposed to talk to get rid of that blue speech bubble. Maybe I have to come back here. Or maybe I have to talk to one of these NPCs. Okay, yep, nothing. I like how everybody got poisoned. That's awesome. I probably just could have used fire. Welcome back.
Hello. Did you figure it out?
No, I couldn't find the NPC that I needed to look out for, but...
Was he possibly in your ship or your base or an inn?
No. So, the way this game works is you can kind of accept side quests that are in the game by... Whenever something on your map has a little blue speech bubble on top of it, that means you can go on an optional side quest. And that gives you different jobs. However, I could not find the NPC I was looking for. So I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go in the town. I tried interacting with as many people as possible, and it wouldn't let me, so... I'm assuming that means I can just move along. Now we're in the Miasma Woods.
It burns the lungs.
But it's not so dire that we can't manage another step.
It may be perhaps that the return of the winds has thinned out the miasma forest.
Whatever the cause, we'd best take advantage of it. If we can pass, let us do so now.
Okay, so we're already in chapter 2. That's neat.
I want to report on Anshine. Alternus, you're as good as any. Speak up.
So we already killed one of the main 4 bad guys.
Rumors the wind crystal was awakened, as they would have it put.
Indeed, and worse, since its awakening, The crystal has been protected by a shield that bars all but the Vestal.
You made contact with the girl, did you not? Why did you not capture her then?
Were these infamous allies of hers really so strong as to cow even you, Dark Knight?
They... no. Among those I saw accompanying the Vestal, one of
I actually do like the character designs of this game. They look pretty good.
Do you know?
Yeah, they managed to stand out despite the fact that you can kind of tell that this game reuses the Final Fantasy III remake engine.
So what then? You saw her, tucked your tail, and ran home crying? How miserable.
At least that's how it kind of came off to me, in terms of how the game feels. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I am.
We look to you to lead all the Eternian forces, Lord Marshal. For your daughter to abet the Vestal is problematic.
I actually probably could finish the Final Fantasy III 3D remake. Because I didn't make it all the way up to the Crystal Tower, but, you know, the Crystal Tower's a bitch if you cannot save in dungeons, so.
Their birth matters not.
Ah, bold words. But how truthful, I wonder. You would really allow her elimination?
Your Lordship!
The task before us is larger than us all. I'll not allow private matters to slow its course.
Then, I shall go and speak with her again. Surely.
I will go. It seems the water Vestal is proving a problem as well. I shall go and pluck the both of them. I expect a suitable shower of accolades upon my successful return. Come, Victor!
Wait, there's a George Floyd creepypasta?
As you command.
Yeah,
No.
if you smoke Fenty, you might,
Apparently there's there's not just a George Floyd creepypasta, there are George Floyd creepypastas assembled into a volume.
No.
50 plus breathtaking horror stories. No.
Leave.
Hey, look, it's a little fox. I should probably buy some items, because, you know, I have like 20,000 money and it's not being used on anything. Apparently I had a mithril sword available to me the whole time. I had no idea about it. Interesting. Should I see mithril shield? Should probably unequip that shield from Agnes, because she's a monk, I believe. Let's see. So all we have is still the basic shit. Okay. We check up on my town. Still not a whole lot going on. Oh, shit. Alright, cool. Got that solved. I think what I may do is I'll stop at this area and then I'll make sure I grind for like the next hour before I stream this game again.
Sorry, one more time.
I think pretty soon I'm going to end the stream session just because I feel like this is a good spot to grind in before I stream again.
Okay. I'm just really happy that you're enjoying this game, like real talk.
Yeah, it's a really good game. It's a fine game, real fine game. You know what that was in reference to, right?
No.
You ever see the movie Space Jam?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's a fine school, real fine school.
Bitcoin!
Everyone just starts spitting on the floor. That was such a
And
weird part of the
everywhere,
movie.
And then Tasmanian Devil spins around and the school's pristine.
Yep. Yeah, I need to, it almost sounded like something Trump would say. Yep. Especially when talking about his, totally legit university that he had. Yeah, not that I really give a shit, you know. I feel like if you're stupid enough to sign up for a Trump university, you shouldn't really be going to school anyway, but...
People actually bought into that. It's actually stupid.
Yeah, that's like, I think DeVry University. That's also another fake, you know, non-accredited university that people sign up for. They basically waste their money to get a piece of paper that isn't even worth the paper it's printed on for their diploma, and it's like, yeah, I feel like you just need to do your own research with that type of thing.
Should go without saying, but I guess that's not, intelligence isn't the strong...
Yeah, not with some people. They just think that if they just sign up for any kind of online college, that it's just as good as anything. But you know, got to do your research. You know, just because you see an ad for it on TV, that doesn't mean it's legit. All right, well, this is where I'm gonna end things for tonight. I'll probably grind a little bit tonight, or maybe I'll do it before I stream. I'll probably stream on I want to say Thursday or Friday, but I'll definitely play it by ear because this is definitely a game that's worth playing and streaming. I feel like I could probably beat this game by like mid to late April if I just continue streaming it, and it's also a lot of fun. Let's see, I guess he's saying underwater basket weaving is just as valid a degree as anything in STEM. Yep, absolutely. And if you disagree, you're a bigot. Yeah, that's also one thing too. You know, if you're going to college and you're not going to become a teacher, you need to go for a STEM field, or you're basically just wasting your money. People that try to go for like a liberal arts degree or a fine arts degree, they're, you know, their heart and mind is in the right place, but it's kind of one of those things where like, yeah, you have a degree in this, and then you also become like a talking head on CNN, or you just become a teacher. Yeah. Before I
I
go,
don't think becoming a teacher is worth it in these days, if I'm being honest.
yeah, I feel like nowadays you're just better off going for a trade, but yeah. Before I go, I just want to give a shout out to New Dawn Horizon, Robo, as well as Gaseous for joining the stream. It's always appreciated, and I also want to give a shout out to Ryoku and Cheesy Mouse for joining the VC as well, and yep, either Thursday or Friday is when I'll stream again, so I will talk to y'all later.